is launching an initiative to help us identify people who may have been radicalised.
Know the Signs details dozens of indicators that a friend or family member could be planning a terror attack. As Adam Hollingworth reports, the move comes as our spy chiefs identify a new and worrying type of terrorism.
Time was when the intelligence services were never seen, never heard. But now they're loudly proclaiming your country needs you to keep an eye on those you know and, if necessary, dob them in.
Recognising a potential warning sign and then alerting NZSAS or police could be the vital piece in the puzzle that ultimately saves lives.
To that end, they're publishing a guide called Know the Signs to help us all identify potential terrorists in our midst.
To pay attention if they are, and to be alert so that if they see or hear about something that seems off, that worries them and concerns them, they might have a look at this information to say, does this indicate to me that this person is on the road to actually committing an attack?
The SIS has listed around 50 signs, from obvious ones, like writing on a weapon, as happened in Christchurch, to
a person who is really developing an us versus them worldview.
Authorities say they're usually closely monitoring 40 to 50 potential terrorists. These people used to be motivated by their white identity or by their faith. But in the past 6 months, a third group has emerged, those motivated by politics.
And so it could be the COVID measures that the government took, or it could be other policies that are interpreted as infringing on rights. And it's what I sometimes describe as a kind of hot mess of ideologies and beliefs fueled by conspiracy theories.
I think it would be wrong to imply that we have this significant surge in threat in that regard. Are there individuals who subscribe to a particular ideology that may border and dip into violent extremism? Yes.
Our two most recent terror attacks were perpetrated by security-conscious, lone violent extremists, hard to identify by their online activity alone. The launch of the initiative Know the Signs is an indicator that the security services know that they can't do it alone. They need the help of the public. But to some, the guide is a first step only.
How do we upskill those people in our community who are much closer to people who might be potentially radicalised and get them to understand what it is they're seeing? That's our challenge.
Adam Hollingworth, News Hub.
Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Divine to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone to teach him well. Peace and salutations be to the full elect. But that's how I'm coming at you with a quick hit. From the prophets in Babylon, coming from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. This lesson is going to be going into betrayal. They're going to seek to get you to your family to betray you and give you over to them. Things you want to look out for in the coming days, man. Seeing the hot topic right now is anti-Semi, you know. I'm going to say the rest, but you know that's the hot topic now. All right, now there's this video going into not but Edomites talking, man, telling you how you should give up anybody you know, love, whatever, that's a so-called domestic terrorist or a so-called terrorist, man. Which we know what this is leading up to, man. We know what they're talking about. We know what they're hinting at. You know, they're about to label us as, you know, the prophets of the Lord. They're going to label us as domestic terrorists, man. You know, so this video is going into these scriptures here. And this is the scripture I have, this book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Alright, so at that time friends shall fight one against another, man. So you know there's going to be betrayal going on. It ain't going to be no lovey-dovey shit. It's going to be, okay, what do I get if I turn this man in? Or is it for the benefit of the country? Or are you going to do him good? Or are you going to take care of him? These devils can tell you all day long, yeah, we'll take care of him. Really, they plan on killing you, man. And your friend will give you up. You know, family going to give you up thinking that they're doing right, you know, truly deceiving themselves to think they're doing right, knowing deep down that they're doing wrong, you know, and getting away with it, getting you killed, man. And not only that, these people gonna be fighting each other over a can of peaches, man. A little bag of. They're gonna be fighting each other over half of a GMO Oreo, man. You know. And this time, these people gonna be fighting over bitter herbs. You know, this is the kind of times we're coming into. Scripture talks about the man shall eat the flesh of his own arm. And how bad is it that you're gonna be eating the flesh of your own arm and then drinking your own blood for water? You know, for drink. You know, it's gonna be extreme time of cannibalism. There's gonna be extreme cannibalism going on in these times. Extreme hunger, a lot of people gonna die of hunger, which is one of the worst ways to die, man. All right. That says, Ecclesiastes, this book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Okay, so they ain't gonna be your friend in the day it's time to turn you in for $1 million or $100, maybe even $100, man, and maybe even a biscuit. You know, it's gonna be a famine these days. Shit gonna be getting hard. So, what a fucking biscuit gonna do, man? You know, and who knows? It could be the time. The times may not be as that much of a famine at the time of persecution of the prophets, but whatever they can get, man, they gonna take it and turn you in for it, man. You know, somebody you call best friend gonna be riding around in a in a Benz after you done turned your ass in, man. You know, so you can't be around these guys. The scripture talks about prove. If thou get us a friend, prove him first. Let's drop down to verse 13. It says, separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends. So you got friends and take heed of them. Really see if they're your friends, man. Check them out, man. Check them, you know. But separate yourself from your enemies because they're going to be the first ones to grab your ass and turn you into the devil, man. Your friends might take a little minute, you know. I wouldn't turn my boy in. I wouldn't do my boy like that. But as time goes on, they start drooling out the mouth and end up turning you in anyway. That was a repost of this brother, the Real Hebrew Israelite, and another repost originally coming from Tawab Ben Yahawah, or Tawab Ben Yahawah 144. It says, then they put the scriptures, Luke 21:16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Okay, so they're gonna cause some of you to be put to death, man. You know what that means. All right. Guillotines, man. You know, or whatever it may be. They're gonna turn you in and they're gonna kill you for, you know, not accepting the NWO. All right, so this is the book of actually verse 17 says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Salakia. And then you got the book of Mark chapter 13, the Good News translation, chapter 13 and verse 12. Men will hand over their own brothers to be put to death, and fathers will do the same to their children, and children will turn against their parents and have them put to death. Everyone will hate you because of me, but whosoever holds out to the end will be saved. So this is for what? Because of the Lord's sake, man. Which they're going to label it anti-Semi, whatever, domestic terrorism. And these people going to think that that's what they're doing it for. But really it's because these Edomites hate the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and they're trying to prevent, you know, their kingdom from falling by the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And this is what the fight is about. A lot of people ain't going to understand why they turn you in. I think, oh, the things he's saying it's just messed up. It's just, you know, you ask somebody what's the real problem, they can't really give you a clear answer. You know, they're just following after the multitude to do evil. They're like they're like in a hive mind. You know, they're just doing what the next person is doing, and they don't consider whether it be evil or not, man. That's why YAHAWASHI said, well, let me see if that was. YAHAWASHI said, let me grab it for you. So like, my phone is it's going crazy on me, man. I just dropped it, and it's just flipping all over the place. Well, the scripture, I'm just roughly paraphrase it because I can't even leave from the screen. The scriptures say, for they consider not that they do evil, you know. These people don't consider that they're doing evil. They don't think about whether it was good or bad. They just assume that it was good because it's devil's telling them. And they're going to realize that this is the devil. And there's going to come a time where they're going to realize that the people that they betrayed are actually the men of the Lord. And they're going to feel fucked up about it. You're going to feel heavily ashamed for it, man. You know. But that's all I really wanted to touch into. I can't really grab more scriptures because this damn phone is going retarded, man. And I don't know what it's going to do next. So I truly hope this lesson was edifying. This quick, it was edifying to YAHAWAH and YAHAWAH through the sin and truth and sincerity. It's the next time I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.